Let's just see if there's anybody out there.
Looks like there's one waiting, it says.
One waiting. You can see that? Why can't I see that?
Well, I've in addition to on the phone.
Oh, I see it. I see it.
There we are.
There we go. We've got two people. Do you want to pop in and say hello?
Good morning, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Oh, that's right. It is afternoon. We're talking.
It is afternoon. Just gone 3 o'clock.
I'm gonna get my head out of this whole premise of just everybody's on my time. Sorry about that.
Hi, Natalie.
Natalie, good morning. Good to see you. Well, I keep doing it. Good morning, June.
Well, it is morning for you, and it's morning for Natalie.
Yeah, it's right.
It's just I think I'll be the only one that's afternoon. Right. Let me show you what I've got. So I've got a cordless jigsaw.
Perfect.
And it's come with the lead. It's come with the what's it called? A standy key? What's it called? Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, the jigsaw blade. Yeah.
And a few blades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 blades, but I have no idea. I assume they're all different and used for different things. Yeah, they look different. Okay, so I'll put those bits to one side. Now, this is the jigsaw, and it's a day plus.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm looking at it, and I don't see, where does the charger go? What's this? That's
I'm sure it's in the rear of the battery itself.
Does the battery need to come out?
I would imagine you take the battery out and then you plug the charger into the battery itself. But no matter.
Oh yes. Right? I see that. There. So it goes in there. So I'll plug that back in, and hopefully we've got enough battery to keep us going.
At the very least, we can do the tutorial for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see.
This came with that, and it's just fallen off there. Sort of a measure.
This is a guide that you would slide into the side of your jigsaw. You'll see these. Here, I'm gonna tilt back down. You'll see these areas here on the shoe, which is the plate, of course. And you could slide that through here in order to make yourself a bit of a fence.
Okay. What, these bits? Oh, can't really see these bits here.
Yes, you see the two up front where there's a pair of screws there. Yeah, you'll slide it inside those. After you loosen the screws, you can slide that bit inside the holes.
Okay, but do I need that for now?
No. You don't need it at
all. This is the piece of wood I've got. Okay. I don't know what it is, but look what I found today on the beach.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
And you know what I'm thinking?
You're gonna do one of those wood spirits, aren't you?
Exactly.
I love it.
And I like the bits that sticking out. I think that's brilliant. But that's the only bit I've seen, and because it's been on the beach, how long do I have to wait to let that dry out?
So for me, it's always, if you want to accelerate it and you want to make sure that you're ready to go ahead and start, I'd say put it in the oven It sounds hot.
Okay.
Place it in the oven and bake it at 200°C for maybe a couple hours. And that
You sure
should
it's not
dry
going
it
to
out no
burn?
problem. No, it shouldn't burn. Not at all.
Okay. I'll give that a go. I'll take your word for that. Yeah, okay. So I need to put one of these blades onto the jigsaw. Which one would you recommend? I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see that.
So I'm gonna get. I have a veritable cornucopia of them in my little cigar box here, and
Natalie's asking, is that a guide, Mike? I think you just
yes,
answered that. Yeah.
yes, correct. All right, now once we understand what we're looking at, it's a bit intuitive that we can determine exactly which blade we're going to. I just grabbed a smattering of different types that I have here. Of course, the larger they are, or the larger the gaps are in between the teeth, the more aggressive it will be, right?
Okay.
So,
and would that give a clean cut?
The cleaner cuts will come from the smaller teeth with finer bits in between, like this one here.
Oh, that one. Oh, I don't have that.
Um,
I've just got 4 of these. Is that one? Is it this one?
let's okay, I see the 3 that are on the table. Those are pretty aggressive.
Yeah, they're all the same. Exactly the same.
Oh,
Yeah.
they've given you 4
Give
of
me
each of 2
4.
different types.
Yeah, yeah. And this is the other one, which has got very tiny teeth.
Well, the sad thing is that in order to get some additional versatility, we may have to go get some new blades.
Okay.
To add to the collection of what you have. All of those seem to be quite aggressive. But to give you perspective, I purchased this entire group that I have here in my hand. I bought this at the local place, the Harbor Freight, which is kind of like the Screw Fix. And
yeah,
it essentially cost me maybe $5 for all of these.
Seriously, okay. Yeah,
So
I was expecting it
you
to
can
be
get
a lot
real
more.
versatile with it really fast.
Yeah.
But let's see if I can find something that will match yours. Here we are. This one should be pretty similar to what you got going on.
So we'll go in for this one, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get that
Now,
out of its packaging.
2 seconds. I want to actually grab
Sure.
something out. And I'm going to take apart my jigsaw so that I get a better ability to show you what you need to see.
Okay.
For 1 second. As it won't take me long to reassemble this later. So,
Okay, we've got 4 people watching, but only Natalie in chat.
Hello, everybody. Good to see you.
Yeah. Pop in and say hello.
All right. So I've removed the shoe from mine.
Okay.
And you can see what it looks like without it. But it gives us greater visibility to this.
Yeah.
This is a guide bearing that the blade will rest in to provide pressure and push it from behind while it's making its cut to prevent it from lilting backwards like this.
Yeah. Hello,
and
Winnie.
Then we have this. Yeah, good to see you. And then we have the slot here in which, of course, our T-shank will insert into.
Right, mine is a different shape to yours. Let's have a look.
Is it? I'd have to look closer at yours. Here's the shape of the head of mine.
Oh, yeah, no, it's the same. It's the same.
Now, the reason that this is important is that these two barbs that are on either end will be what contains it inside of our chuck. And that's accomplished by rotating this bit here.
Okay, let me.
If you feel about the slot here, you'll find that there's a springy bit that you can rotate.
Yes, yes. So I can do mine without taking the whole.
Without tools or anything, exactly. All you got to do is rotate that springy bit open, slide your blade inside, and then release.
I'm going to do that with 2 hands. Hold on. And it goes this way. Oh,
it will go with the blade. It will go with the blade facing toward the front of the jigsaw, like this.
To the front of the jigsaw. Okay. And just release that.
Right, and you can press down on it. You'll feel a bit of a click, I'm sure, and see that springy bit return back to its normal position.
No, it didn't. Oh, hold on. Oh, don't tell me I don't have the strength to do this. No. Just push that on like that.
It does take a bit of oomph, but you'll get used to it.
Okay. Yeah, click. Yeah, and it's come back. Okay. Now, so that's secure, yeah?
Here's an interesting test. Grab your blade. And lift your entire jigsaw by the blade to ensure the blade isn't going to come out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
once you feel that you're good and solid in there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. Hi, Dan.
Hey, Dan's Homestead. Good to see you, man. What's up, Mike?
That's what I was going to ask you. It is Mike, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Mike and Dan's Homestead. Glad to see you.
Yeah, I just got confused because Dan. Oh, you should have, Natalie. You've still got time, or do you not know where it is?
All right, so we've got our blade in there. Natalie, if you need to, I've got time. I can wait. If you need to go run, go grab your jigsaw, follow along with us. I don't mind.
Yeah. I'm not doing anything else. I can wait. Grab a piece of wood.
I'm glad to see you got it clamped down pretty well, which is good.
Yep. Yeah. I thought I'd better do that. I'm sure we can go further. Still turning. Oh, it's packed up in the work trailer with the other tools. Never mind.
No worries, no worries. I'll do my best to be as comprehensive as I can, and then you can always go back and you can watch this again. Also, if you got any questions, please, Natalie, just email me, reach out to me on one of my videos. I'll make sure that you're good to go.
Oh, I'm just going to take my name off at the bottom there. Anyway. Okay, let's go. Okay. You're going to get me to put it on, aren't you? So.
Well, we will in a minute. But
hold on a minute.
We don't have to just yet. Let me get you in here and let me show you. Okay, welcome back to the bench. Welcome back to my belly. Let me show you what we're looking at here. I've got mine set up with variable speed turned down as far as it can so that we get a good idea of what's going on. Hey, Delan, good morning.
Hi, Dylan.
And I'm going to try to get this as slow as I can make it. Now, hopefully that's translating well enough for you to be able to see, Jim. I'm going to try to bring this down a little closer. All we're doing is basically just reciprocating up and down is all we're
Okay.
Now let's take note on yours and see if you have some of the features that I do. The first thing you'll see is this here.
The dial.
We've got this dial with a series of D-ticks here.
Yep.
Right? Now,
we've got 0, 1, 2, 3.
I know you may not be able to see it, but if you'll rotate that, which it takes a bit of oomph on mine, but as you're rotating it, you'll take note. Go ahead.
Yeah,
give it a try.
Okay, no, I can do it. Yeah, that wasn't as hard as I thought. Back to 0.
Now that you really want to be difficult to move, because what it does is, if you take note, remember this thrust bearing we talked about in the back?
Yeah.
It actually moves the position of that.
Oh, okay. Let me just look.
But only the slightest bit.
Yeah, I can see that.
Now, that doesn't seem like it's a significant thing to do, but that changes how aggressive the jigsaw will act when it's actually moving through wood.
Okay.
So one will be quite aggressive. The other one will be moving a different profile to make it a bit more passive.
Right. Can I just show, sorry, Mike, can I just show Dylan what I found on the beach?
Please do. Take your time. I'm going to slam a bottle of water while you do that.
Look what I found on the beach this morning. With it. I couldn't believe it. It was the only piece in the sand. But I'm going to go hunting for more. Guess what I'm going to do with it? Yeah. What's it called? A wood spirit. I'm going to try wood spirit.
You're going to have so much fun doing that, dude.
I hope so. It looks fun. Thank you, Dulane. Natalie says that she has a DeWalt, don't remember a dial on it.
I think DeWalt's is set up a little different. Forgive me, I don't have a DeWalt jigsaw, but I think theirs is a bit different. I think it may be on the front here rather than on the side. I think, but they all have one to some varying degree. Most of them do have that varying profile for the thrust bearing.
Okay.
The other thing I wanted to talk about, Jim, and I think you have it too, I think I saw it, is you may have a graduated dial somewhere on your jigsaw. Do you see it?
Graduated dial.
Mine happens to go from 1 to 6, but those numbers are arbitrary. It really doesn't.
Not that I can see. No.
Okay.
No. Why do I not have that?
Well, that means that my jigsaw is called variable speed and yours is not, which means there's another chance we may have a different method of control. If you have your battery in, let's do me a favor, remove the blade because I don't want you to get hurt.
Okay.
And we'll test out something real quick. And you'll simply move that spring mechanism I was talking about earlier. It should just pop right out.
Okay. It's out.
Perfect. Now, after the blade is out, there's mine gone. I think that you have a speed control depending on the amount of pressure that you put on your trigger. So lightly press it and see if you move it quite slow.
Oh my gosh.
faster when you push harder.
Yeah.
So you do have speed control
I
in
do.
your trigger.
Yeah.
Okay. Mine happens to have it manually here, so that I can go up. I can go up the switch and it just really takes off.
Okay.
All right. So blade back in.
Facing out.
Natalie said, "I can't. No, you're making me come up to find the energy to clean out the work trailer and find the tools."
Hi, Patricia.
Far be it from me to inspire you to do anything that you truly don't want to do.
Oh, no,
I am a big fan of a lazy weekend, and I am not going to talk you out of it. Rusty, good morning, buddy. How you doing? Good morning, Patricia. Guys, June isn't going to do it, but do me a favor, hit that like, subscribe, do all the things. June's wonderful.
Thank you.
She deserves every bit of it.
Right,
okay,
that's back
I got my
in.
shoe back on.
Yeah.
We got the blade back on. Perfect, wonderful. Now, the size of the blade is an important consideration, June. And why I mean that is, let me find two that are a stark difference. Okay. One of these is considerably wider than the other. Now, the thing that causes problems with so many bladed cutting tools is that you encounter a bind, which means that I've pressed one side against one edge of the cut and twisted like so that it binds up. That is probably the biggest thing. And literally with most cutting tools that we have, that's literally the number one problem. That causes table saw kickbacks. That causes jigsaws to jump off. It causes all of these things.
Okay, I'm scared now.
No. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's that understanding is the key to making sure that these things don't happen. Okay. Now, the idea is that these are wrenched within the cut that they're making. And of course, it can't go anywhere because I've applied pressure on it. I've torqued it into place, right? All you have to do is consider that while you're making your cut, and you won't have a single problem.
He says.
The width, the thickness of your blade here will determine how tightly you can make a curve. So the smaller this is, the more I can rotate it before it binds up, right? Larger ones, not so much. I can only make a very small twist in my wrist before this becomes bound up. And even if it does bind up, June, don't worry. The worst that will end up happening, let me see if I can recreate a bind up scenario for you, just so that you can do so. I'm going to find a little scrap piece of wood and we'll bind it up real quick. It's a little jolting, but it's nothing. It's nothing horrific, I guess I should say. There's a old ratty piece of pallet wood. And I'm going to try to bind this guy. Don't try this at home, kids.
Yeah, because you've got it planned.
Did you see that moment where it began to vibrate?
Yeah.
All that was happening was that the blade was binding up on the side of the cut. That's the worst thing that could absolutely come out of this. Is that the blade becomes stuck. Because, as you can see, I was attempting to make a very, very tight turn with it.
Oh, got you. Okay.
And in doing so, what I did was recreated that wrenching I was talking about, so that my blade was here, and I turned it. And as I did so, the back of the blade became pinched against everything, and that's what ended up making it start to vibrate. Because I can't, this motor, as loud and as obnoxious as it is, isn't very powerful. So it's not strong enough to force this blade to do what I'm asking it to do. The only thing it can do is just bounce about and act like a moron.
Right. No matter how slow you go, you still have that effect. It'll still do that.
That effect will always be, regardless of speed, regardless of
Okay.
if you make a turn that's too tight, then that's what's going to happen. But as you can see, again, you can make very tight turns before that even becomes a factor.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's start with getting yourself a basic cut.
Yeah, that's all. A basic cut first, please.
Let me find myself a couple plants here so that I can.
You have a question from Natalie.
Okay.
Mike, would you make a hole for the blade to make that turn?
You can, and that's called a relief cut. Let me see if I can help here with a little demonstration, and I'll do a relief cut.
Hi, Mike.
Goodness, sounds like paradise over there.
We've got three mics in now.
All right, let me rearrange things so that we can talk about a relief cut. All right. There's several ways that you can accomplish the really tight turn that you want to make that won't encounter that binding scenario I was just discussing. One of them, again, is the relief cut. Here's a marker. Tell me if you can see what I'm up to here. I'm just going to draw a random profile on here.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll try to follow along with it.
Look, it's Dylan.
Wait, did the lamb leave?
No, I said that profile you just did is Dylan.
Oh. So let's we already know we can make pretty tight turns with this, so we can make the assumption, we can presume that we can make these curves. That's not going to be a problem. So we can do this. If you want to follow along, it's entirely up to you. Or do you want to go with your cut first, Jen, and just make a simple lob across the end of the board?
You go first. Let me get a marker.
Okay. So I'm going to just run around here, and what I'm going to do, Natalie, is I'm going to eliminate a lot of this waste to get it out of the way, because the more of the drop I can get out of the way, the less things I can bind up on. So any getting rid of those pieces is going to be good news. Before I start, that's Delanson does not look.
I know this is a clean show, Dylan. This is not Beaver After Dark or Miss Francis.
Thanks. Tips to begin. I won't actually have the blade touching the material when I start pressing the trigger.
Okay.
And just so you see, I'll just move it out here so that you get.
And it's cutting it. Oh.
What happened here is that my blade is trying to bounce about as it's trying to get its momentum up. So I couldn't get a clean start to the cut at all. Plus I made a bunch of chip out. It was just a horrible scenario. I'm going to start the machine out here with the blade moving free in the air and then move it to the cut. see the up and down bouncing starting to happen? We're already encountering some of that binding. Here's where we're going to need a relief cut, if you're still watching that. And I'll show you how. We're going to lob off a small piece here using a straight cut. Now, by removing this area, right, this is giving my saw purchase to move about however it needs to, without the rear of the blade encountering any resistance by binding up. Does that make sense what I've done?
Yes.
Now, the more I do that, the easier it is on my machine to be able to make these tight passes that I want to make. So I'm going to actually make quite a few of them. I'm going to make a series of them. On my pallet board. But, okay, let's say that was completely intentional and I meant to do that. This is actually a good demonstration because look what I've done now. My blade can now match the angle of this line without it ever encountering a bind anywhere. It can do what it has to do and rotate as it will.
So it's very similar to when you cut an image on paper. You get rid of the excess.
Precisely.
And you work around the image. Yeah.
And the more you do that, the easier your machine is going to be able to do what it needs to do. Now, let me get to another part that I wanted to display for you. One second.
Oh, now that looks dangerous.
You see the vibrating. What I started to do was turn and I bound it up again. I'm just trying to show you the absolute worst things that could possibly happen.
Yeah.
Okay. And again, at this point, there's nothing disastrous. There's nothing horrific. Nobody's going to lose a limb over this or anything. But it is something to be aware of. And it is something.
Hello, Suda.
Hey, what's going on? Good to see you. All right, let's rebind our piece here.
Bye, Dylan.
Goodness, look at this.
Enjoy your weekend. Oh no, we'll be seeing you tomorrow. Is it tomorrow or is it tonight?
Dylan, have a good day, man. Appreciate you, buddy. So the more I do this now, instead of making that turn and trying to come down this way, I'm going to start making more relief cuts.
But you just...
The other thing I wanted you to notice is that this thing started jumping and going crazy and it knocked my clamps off. The reason it did that, the difference between what I was doing in this cut and this cut, is that on this cut, I was going fast.
Yeah.
And on this cut, I was going slow, letting the machine do the job and letting it take its time. So you'll be able to see the blade is doing its work. And the biggest thing that makes people hate a jigsaw is that they get in such a hurry with it that they force it. And they try to make it go faster than the blade is able to keep up with, and it starts doing dumb crap.
Hi, is it Caleb?
Hey, Caleb, good to see you, man. There's Woodchucker. Sada's in here. Good to see you. Patricia, oh, we got a good house coming in. Good. So enough of me cutting on this pallet board. June, let's make your first cut.
before you go on, I've just noticed the and the size that you're using. Mine's quite thick.
That's quite fine. That's not a
Yeah.
big deal.
Okay.
Take note of the length of your blade. I'm pretty sure that you've got more than enough to overcome the thickness of your material. Do you?
Just yeah. Plenty.
Perfect. Now, ironically, the toughest thing to do with one of these is a straight cut because it's not
I
designed to do
thought
that.
that'd be the easiest.
It's absolutely not designed to make a straight cut in the least.
Really?
This whole thing is intended to make curved, rounded, gradual freehand cuts.
Okay.
Very much like your scroll saw or a coping saw, just electrified. It can do a straight cut, but it's most definitely not intended for that purpose. There's much better things that will make that cut.
Okay.
I digress. We can use it for the straight cut. Do you have your square with you, Jim?
My what?
Do you have a square with you?
A square?
Yes. 1 second. Something that will give you the ability to ensure a 90-degree angle.
A ruler?
A ruler would be something that we could use for a straight edge for sure.
I've got
My
one of
kingdom for a
these.
square. What have I done? Okay, here we go. You don't have to have this, but I'm just showing it for the fun of it. This is called a combination square. It's meant for you to be able to determine a 90-degree angle. That's all.
Okay.
But what we're looking for.
I suppose I can use this.
I bet you can, yes. What we're looking for, and I will just take the square portion off of this so that I'm with a rule just like you. All right. What I want is I want something that will allow me to have something to press the shoe of my jigsaw against to give me the best chance of having a straight cut.
Oh, got you. Yeah.
And what we'll do is we'll glide it as if it were a fence during the cut.
Yeah, I think I'll get my other ruler out then. It's longer. Are we going for it?
Oh, we will be soon.
Okay. Not yet.
Don't be scared, Jimmy. I'm right here with you. Chat, help her out. We're going to do this together.
Okay, feeling confident. Feeling confident.
Perfect. Now, you'll need to consider the distance between your blade and the edge of your shoe.
Okay.
Because this distance is how far we'll offset our ruler to have our blade wind up in the correct position. It's handy that we have a ruler because then you can measure and find out exactly how far over you need to go.
Okay. Yeah. Not really. Yeah. I'm not confident having my fingers that close to it.
You don't need to. You don't need to. We've got several other ways we can do it.
Okay.
The other one is once we become more comfortable with operating this thing, you'll be able to actually watch as it cuts and maneuver it slightly. Very much like operating a bandsaw, if you've ever operated. You can actually trail it along to have it follow along a marked line. So let's do that instead. Maybe that'll make you feel better. Let's go with a marked line. So we'll just mark ourselves a nice straight.
Well, sort of a straight line.
Once you're happy with the line, there's something to talk about here that's called kerf. Kerf. Kerf is the space left behind after you've cut with a blade, right?
Right.
When you mark your line, you want to be mindful of where your kerf will be. Sometimes you want to cut with your blade to this side to keep your line. Sometimes you want to cut on the opposite side to get rid of the line.
Yeah. Okay.
Or split the line. All of those are going to end up giving you a different dimension.
Okay. Yeah. Understood.
All right. We have a line on there.
And we shouldn't be touching the wood.
We should not be touching the wood before you do anything. You have the blade in the jigsaw.
Yep.
Go ahead and rev it a few times with the trigger. Just so you feel more comfy with it in your hand and you understand what.
Okay.
Perfect. Now, when you're ready, you can rest the tip of your shoe on your wood.
Oh, this is getting heavy now. Okay.
Move your blade to your line.
Yeah.
Don't touch the wood with it. Keep it just a bit off. Start your trigger and gently press forward. You don't have to cut very far. Just begin.
Oh, it fell off. How did that fall off?
Oh.
It fell off.
No. It's okay. It's because it wasn't firmly rested inside of our... That's fine.
But I did that thing you said to lift it up. Let's try again.
This time we'll depress extra hard on the blade until we actually may feel a physical click inside the locking mechanism. Hello, Vikash.
Hi, Vikash.
And you should be able to wiggle that about without being able to pull it out.
Yeah. It's lifting up. Oh! Press the button.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Okay, I'm back to my line.
Take two once again. As you she's right, just taking off. Good.
What?
No. It's okay. I didn't want you to go ahead and go. It's okay. You weren't doing anything wrong. It's perfectly fine. What I wanted you to note is that as you move along, you'll get an idea of how much each stroke will remove from your material, and you can engage your speed faster or slower so that you don't necessarily have to. There we go. Oh, I'm watching. There's a delay on the television, so I'm just watching you stop on the television just now. But you're going pretty slow. You're letting the tool do its job, which is phenomenal. If you want to try to let it get a little more aggressive, you want to try to push forward a little faster, Go ahead and give it a shot. I promise you that feedback, that vibrating jumpy that I was talking about, it will notify you when you're asking too much.
Okay. Should I go?
Go ahead and give it a shot. Love it.
I feel so powerful. Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I love it. How'd your cut come out?
Not too bad. That's cool. I assume. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Big ups to everybody.
Thank
Look,
you.
show us some love in the chat. Good job, June.
Thank you. My first cut. Wow. Okay.
Well, hey, listen, that's progress. We'll do something a little nerve-wracking here in just a second when you're ready.
Okay.
I'll let you steel yourself.
Should
for a
I
while
move
before we
the
get
wood
in.
forward a little bit more?
I think the farther that you can go out there, there's a bit of a balance, Jim. The farther you go out, the more room you give your saw to maneuver. But at the same time, the more you give it the ability to become more like a springboard, right?
Yeah.
So you want to take note of that balance as you're moving it forward.
Okay.
And for those of you following along, if you're doing it too, and you just made your first cut, congratulations to you too.
I do feel good about it. I just feel like I've achieved something massive.
Oh, the next one or two things are going to absolutely blow your mind. You're going to lose it, and you're going to finally untap all of the potential that you have with this little machine in your hand. You're going to absolutely love it. All right, my marker, where'd you go? There we go. Let me find a bit of cleaner wood. Might help me demonstrate a little better. Oh, sorry, June. I should have been better.
Hi, Dan. I hope everybody's having a great weekend.
Here we go. This is a bit lighter. Okay, so now we're going to try something a little more sketchy. Just a little. Don't worry. Okay.
The suspense. Are we going curvy?
We're going to cut a curve. Don't panic. You've got this.
I've got it. Let me find something else. I'm not going to use my cup that I've just drank out of. Let me use an old coaster. An old coaster gone wrong. Okay.
I would say if you're going to find something to draw a curve with, the larger the radius, the easier it's going to be for your first cut.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
I guess
like
that'll work fine.
eyes, mopey. Sorry, carry on.
You're fine. Remember how we just followed our straight line?
Yeah.
With our pen mark. We're going to do the exact same thing here. But this is going to teach us what this is capable of with the blade that we have in it.
Okay.
It's going to be a combination of how fast I can have this moving wood out of the way so that I've got enough of an envelope to be able to continue my turn.
To do the
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yes.
It
So
will take
best
a
to
bit of
go
getting used to.
slow.
It will take a bit of getting used to. It is a bit of a balancing act, and it is a
Mhm.
feel that you'll be able to gather as you're continuing. Every cut will be different. Every one of them will give you a different feel. So it's something you have to intuit as you go.
Mhm. Dan says this is perfect viewing while I make breakfast.
Hey, enjoy the breakfast, man. Hopefully you make some for me, man. I'll take my eggs over easy, buddy.
Suda says, Mike, you're a great teacher.
Oh, well, thank you. Hopefully I'm doing a good job.
Thank you, Suda.
And I hope that everybody's able to follow along later. That's going to be a good thing for me. All right, securing my wood nice and taut.
Mhm.
Make sure it's well locked down.
Mm-hmm.
And then literally we're doing the exact same thing. All we're doing is following our marker line around the curve.
Okay.
And if you start getting in a moment where you start feeling everything vibrating,
Pressure,
stop and let me know, and I'll tell you some things we can do.
Okay. Did you want to
Give it
go
a go.
first? Let's go.
I can go first if you want to. Nice and easy. And Bob Dylan. Nice and simple.
It jumped. It stuck.
I see.
Too
So
fast?
no, it's quite fine. What we've done, again, remember all we're looking at is, here's the best way to do it. I have a visual aid. Hooray! Ryan, how you doing this morning? Good morning, man. The
Hi,
phenomenon that
77.
you're looking to avoid is more simply displayed this way. Okay, you see my 2 blocks of wood. This is demonstrating the kerf that I've made with my cut.
Mm-hmm.
Our rule is my blade.
Yes.
What I'm hoping to avoid is this. See, I have wedged the 2 edges against either side of the cut.
Yes.
If that happens, it's okay. Let's I unfortunately was successful at making this curve. I'm going to try to make a failed one and see if we can take another run at it so I can show you some things of what to do. For a second, let me get fresh lumber.
Good afternoon, Ryan.
Oh, geez, Ryan's up. It's like, what is it, like 7 in the morning for you, isn't it? Is it 9:55? Yeah, it's like, geez, 7 a.m. Gee, hardcore, aren't you? Hello again. Good to see you. All right, let's see if I can make one fail. It's so interesting to think about trying to make something fail. Um, hold on one moment. Okay, you see what's happening? My saw is literally it doesn't have the power to push the blade out of the way.
Uh-huh.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove my saw, and I'm going to give myself that relief I was talking about earlier, which means I'm going to make another almost parallel cut to the first one just to remove some material out of it. It'll create a little notch. I don't know if you can see. Do I need to zoom in? There we go. I've made a second cut just to give myself a bit of a notch.
Right.
Now that notch is going to allow my blade to be able to maneuver without creating that bind that we talked about a second ago.
Understood.
So if you're bound up, let's go ahead and remove your saw. and make one of these parallel running cuts and see if we can't get some of that material out of it.
So go.
You'll want to make the notch, of course, within the waist side. Of course, you don't want to, mess up the piece you're intending to keep. So I'm just assuming that this is our waist side out
Yeah. What is the waist side? The bit that's
here. The
falling
end
off.
that we're about to drop off here. I'm just
Yeah.
assuming this is going to be our waist. So I'll make my wedge here. And any relief cuts that I make, I'll make them on this side so that I preserve my workpiece.
Yeah.
All right, do you feel good about that? The second cut can be straight.
I don't know if I did that right. Oh, get up, get up.
Not to worry when you're first getting started. The more relief cuts you make, the more material you get out of the way, the easier everything's going to go for you.
Oh, right, hold on.
Now make the two ends of the cuts touch together so that you lose that piece of material in the middle.
It won't. Or will it fall off? No, it's still hold it on.
A few more strokes of the saw, you should be good to go.
Doesn't seem to want to come out. Yeah, it's gone.
There you are. Perfect.
There's a bit left there.
There is no shame in making as many relief cuts as you need to in order to preserve what the important bit is, which is your finished piece. You want this to look great. This can be complete rubbish. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So you can hack away at this as much as you need to. Another thing you can do to make things easier on yourself, if we're cutting this curve, let me just establish a new curve that we'll cut this time. Here's a piece from my lathe. Yes, the video's coming, Ryan. Relax. Let's I'm gonna make a new curve on our scrap bit here. And just for things to be fun, I'm gonna do something like that. Now, it may take me a few minutes to do this, but I want you to see how I evacuate bit by bit and get all of the other material out of my way so that I can achieve what I want to, which is to get this curve cut. I can make as many relief cuts as I have to. Lock everything down with my clamps. And then, again, this is just for the sake of the video. Let me show you. So as you can see, I can hack out as much of that as I need to using straight cut. Just get it completely out of my way. Now my saw has all the room in the world to do what it needs to do. And the more I do that, the freer I become. I know I need to take those bits off, so you might as well just do it now. Perfect. Now I can start making more relief cuts and get even closer to my curve.
I'm not going to be able to see this. Why does it do that?
I didn't see what it was doing. I'm sorry, dear.
It just jumped.
Oh.
Oh. Is it?
It's a bit jarring when it happens, but the more it, eventually you get to the point where you're more rolling your eyes than being startled by it.
Okay. You okay. I think it's because it's so far out, maybe.
Yep, and take a look at what I've done here. As you can see, my removal here, all of this is straight cuts, but what I've done is crept closer and closer to my curve.
Yeah.
And in doing so, gave my blade all the room in the world to maneuver itself around that curve the way I want it to.
Recut a little bit more. Gosh, I need a shower after this.
It is a little messy. You do get to making some manuals. The part that they always tell you about the jigsaw, that they say it just takes practice in developing the skill.
Yeah.
What they don't tell you, that part is specifically centered around that binding bit I was talking about. The more you maneuver your blade around, the more you understand how far you can cantilever it a bit before it encounters that bind. The more you do that, the easier things are going to become, and you're going to feel a lot better with doing curves and things. But that just comes with time and practice.
Okay, we'll keep going. Why isn't it not falling off? Oh, there you go. I think this table isn't strong enough for it. I should have put it on my desk.
Right. Now, there's something I want you to be aware of. Remember, the thickness of that blade is it is what determines how tightly you can make a curve. Now, don't be so hard on yourself, because you have very rough blades right now. They're made for very large scale work.
Okay.
Getting the other blades that you're interested in for your smaller detail work will change a lot of that, because you'll get smaller and thinner, something more akin to something like this. which
Yeah.
can make incredibly tight turns. And to demonstrate, as you can see, this is the blade from a scroll saw. It's incredibly thin, incredibly small. So that's how that's how scrollers are able to put those very, very tight, intricate turns into things because they have such a small blade to accomplish it.
Yeah, I think the other one that came in the pack was like that. Yeah, very fine.
Yeah, they'll usually say some kind of arbitrary coarse or fine or rough, but I can't particularly vouch for anything being any of those things because, again, it's just arbitrary statements that the company put on them by comparison to their other products. There's no way to really say, there's no standard, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Hi, Sue. Hi, Alison. Right. I'm just concerned. Can I transfer this to my desk and I'll
I'm
come
sure you
back?
can. I mean,
Yeah, because I
the
think
more
this
sturdy you can, I
table.
mean, if you've got a work desk that you normally work at, that's probably the best bet.
I
It's
think
usually
so.
big and sturdy and locked down and ready to go.
Don't mind my slippers. Bunny
This is
rabbits.
what I have on today, if it makes you feel better.
Right, I'm going to have to move a few things.
Take your time. Hope everybody in the chat may be taking something away from this. I hope you guys are at least learning some of the basics. If you have a jigsaw and you're scared of it, don't. It just takes a little bit of work. It takes a little bit of understanding of what's going on, and I hope this does exactly that. Get you a little more armed with the knowledge so that you understand what's happening when it's happening. I love that people want to learn this. The jigsaw gets so much hate. So many people just can't stand this machine because, frankly, either they're already accustomed to other machines that may do the better job. I mean, for the woodworkers in the group, you know, the people that are making bigger furniture and stuff like that, they've got other tools that will accomplish the task. But craftspeople, they don't like it because it's loud, it's boisterous, it's jumpy, it does all of these things. And in essence, at the end of the day, it is literally, once you understand, it is nothing more than a powered version of this. That's all the jigsaw is. A powered version of this.
Yes.
While you're doing that, I do want to take a second and talk about order of operations because it may help you with what you're doing right now, which is the clamping bit. And I know you're not working on an actual piece. This is just all for practice. But let's say at the end of the day, I did want to create this with a gradual curve. I may, in the interest of being safer, do something like this. Watch. I might instead start with a much larger piece.
Yes.
Build everything out, draw it all out the way I want, and then cut it to dimension after the fact so that I've got plenty of meat down here I can clamp to, I can screw it down, I can do whatever I have to do. Just a thought. I thought it was something that other people might want to know too. Jen, if you're not careful, you're going to actually start saying things that woodworkers say all the time, like, I don't have enough clamps.
Yeah, I don't think I do. And that's two. No, that's not right.
There's a mathematical formula for woodworkers as the number of clamps we need. That formula is the number we have plus one.
Plus one. Only
Yeah.
one.
You never ever have it. It just is what it is.
I suppose it's like resin work. You never have
Right.
enough moulds.
Precisely. Or what is it? When my grandmother was teaching me to sew, you never have enough straight pins. You're done.
That out of the way. I'm in a really weird angle here. I don't fancy doing that.
You position yourself where you're somewhere comfortable. You don't want to do anything that's off kilter. You don't want to put yourself in an awkward position. Move about as much as you need to. Another thing to consider is that once you, and this is horrible to say because we're moving up into power tools, which is an entirely different genre than smaller craft tools.
Yeah.
There's other things that you have to take into consideration at this point, like if you position this improperly and you get it too close to your table, you're cutting your table at the same time.
Yeah.
It just takes some getting used to. It really does. I'm glad that you're doing what I would advise the chat to do at all times, which is you're taking your time. You're not getting in a rush with it.
Mm-hmm.
All of us, guilty. 100% guilty. Hurry up, get something knocked out, whack that thing off, and be done with it. And it's that kind of time where I end up messing up a piece, I booger up a cut, or worst case, I hurt myself because I'm just trying to haul ass through it and I'm not paying attention to what's going on.
That might be Amazon. No, it's.
If you need to check on Amazon, I'm gonna grab you another water bottle really quick.
Oh, it might be my drill. But it's gone. It's faded away. Okay. I think that's better, isn't it?
If it's your drill, you think that Jigsaw is scary. That honker that you sent me, that thing is a beast. That drill is definitely going through the concrete. It is not going to play.
Okay. Yeah, this is still an awkward position, but it's better.
All right, try to go ahead and evacuate as much as you can out of the way so that you can get. Yeah, there you go. Just start lobbing things off. Good.
Oh, it's come away from the.
Oh, that's okay. Move your free hand away.
Oh, can you bear with me? There's somebody at the door. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Chat, how we doing? Are you learning the Jigsaw? How you feeling about it? I, for some reason, can't see the chat.
Yeah, sorry, that was my drill.
There we go. The chat's back. Sorry. Just make a series of straight cuts. And that's the other thing you're doing precisely perfect, June. Let
What's
the
that?
machine do the work. Don't
Yeah.
force it. Don't go crazy. Just let it do what it does. It will do the work for you.
I should stand up now. Oh,
Hey, there's a proper notch.
that's
Was it
come
the
off.
camera or was it the piece that was jumping about?
That
Oh, did your
this
shoe
just,
come off?
yeah, I
Yeah,
just put that.
it should just pop back on. It's only snapped in place.
Oh yeah.
See?
Oh,
On
not
mine,
good.
if it helps, I've got a couple of corner bits here that hold on to the corresponding corners in the front of the shoe. If I hook those and then snap the tabs in the back, that seems to do it quite easy.
Okay. Mine doesn't have that. But these screws, I don't know if you can see it.
Get a Sawzall. Yes, it will most definitely cut pretty much anything.
You know these screws here, Mike, do they need to be tightened?
Just for the sake of not losing them, I would say yes.
Okay.
Because those are what is going to bind your straight edge in place for using your edge guide that we talked about earlier. Remember the one that came with it?
Yeah, yeah.
So you kind of want to lock those down because they have a tendency to vibrate out.
Okay. That's fine. Stand up.
Or you could remove them and put them somewhere along with the guide. It's that choice is entirely your discretion.
What am I doing?
I opted for the second option. As you can see, I removed my screws entirely and I keep them with my edge guide.
No, that was. I don't know what's going on. The only thing is, I can't stand up for too long.
Oh dear. Sorry about that.
Ooh. No. I need to sit down.
Martha says, I bought a Jigsaw at a rummage sale for $2 a few years ago and haven't used it all my life. Awesome.
Hi, Martha.
I think, again, I can't say enough how much these things get hate, and I don't know why. I think it's just because they're misunderstood more than anything.
Yeah. Do you think I would do better if this was a thinner piece of wood?
How thick is that? I was also thinking about that. I mean, you're not doing anything like a 30 mil piece or something like that. I mean,
I don't know what it is. It is quite thick.
Oh, that is, yeah. Let's go with something thinner. You'll probably be a lot better off that way.
What about those?
So what I'm cutting is a little closer to maybe 10 mil.
You know the flat wood that I use to do my burning on? Is that okay?
I think it should be. How thick is it? Maybe 10 mil, 12 mil?
Oh, maybe this. Don't want to mess with that. Let's mess with this one. I don't like that one. It's very thin.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, let's do that then. I think that. Yeah.
Now this brings another series of challenges that we need to prepare for.
Oh gosh. Okay.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Because that material is so thin, And your blade that you have that came with your saw is so aggressive, it could knock chips away rather than cleanly cut them because there's so little material there. So you'll have to adjust how you're attacking the wood and be a little bit more ginger with what you're doing, a bit more delicate, so that you're not encountering that big blowout where it's just knocking pieces away.
Why won't my... I need more clamps. These aren't working no more. Oh, they're not working. And then you. Come on. Entertain the audience, Mike, while I try and do this.
Absolutely. I'll show you the wood that was delivered last night during my live.
Oh, please, yeah.
Oh, jeez. 2 seconds here. Let me move the camera, swap around. He's brought me these shipping pallets.
Oh, yeah.
A whole slew of them, which were quite fine. I mean, they're big, they're sturdy. I mean, they're 2x6 here. All the material is pretty much new. Looks like it's going to be splendid things to make the new coffee table I need to make.
Oh, you're going to make that coffee table. Yes.
Yeah, I have to make a quite large one, actually.
And are you going to put any resin on that?
Maybe so. I know that
That's interesting.
They've asked for it to be large and quite rustic.
Yep. Nice. Okay. Let me draw my curve again.
Let me reconfigure my technology here. I think I'm good. Perfect.
I'll do a small curve here.
Yes, Allison, I love the fact that he brought me those. That's going to give me a ton of lumber that I can do great things with. Like my benches that I make. Oh, I hadn't even shown you one of those. Yeah. There we are. I make these little garden benches that I'm able to sell off. Very easy to do, very quick to assemble. That's a good way to bring in a couple coins.
Right. Okay. I'm trying to stand up.
All said and done, I maybe have an hour or two of time building one of those benches, and usually pull up maybe 100, 100 and a half. They do well.
Right, I'm going.
The smaller wood behaves quite differently, yeah?
It does. And you know what? I don't like it.
You'll avoid a lot of the bouncing if you maximize the speed of the blade's reciprocation as much as possible before you actually encounter the wood. Like butter this time, right? And you see the blowout that I was talking about.
Why does this keep falling off? It's getting very annoying.
Oh, the plastic piece of your shoe keeps coming off?
Yeah.
That's so sad. I mean, technically, the saw will operate without it if you don't want it. You can take it completely off and just get it out of the way.
Let me take that off.
It's there mostly to preserve the finish of the material you're sliding the shoe over.
Got it, yeah.
But if that's what I'm concerned with. Look at that. I see a curve in there. Ah, the blowout.
Lot of splinters in this.
Now, this is the point where we may not be able to demonstrate exactly what I want to show you because of the limitations of the things that you had come with your jigsaw.
Yeah.
The purchase of additional blades is going to eliminate a lot of the problems you're seeing now. The tear out, the splintering, the blowout, the knocking chips off is all because your blade is quite aggressive. It's a general purpose sort of a demolition blade. So you're just tearing at it. It's instead of a knife, you're going at it with a hatchet.
Yeah. Okay. And that's a lot of. It's just flying everywhere.
Yes. The other good benefit is because the material is so thin, you can now see how easy it is to make the turn that you need to make because there's less for the blade to bind against.
Mm-hmm. Not too far there. Yep. And it's not a nice cut.
Right. And remember, don't feel compelled to try to keep up with what the blade is doing. If you need to go slow, slow down. Let it do it. It will go as slow as you force it to go.
No. It's too vicious for that. Bit of wood.
That actually worked out in your favor because it looks like it evacuated most of the material you needed to get out of the way in this case. But I see what you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah. It's breaking it right up.
It's all right. I got one more trick up my sleeve, and then I think this will display for you the absolute versatility of this tool and how much you're going to absolutely adore it.
Okay.
First off, I'm going to finish making this curve. I'm going to cut that out. And then I'll show you something that you're going to think originally, at first glance, you're going to think is unbelievable.
Allison's asking, does June need finer teeth on blade or thinner?
Yes. The answer to that is both. She needs a thinner blade with finer teeth, and that'll give her a much smoother finish. Give me just a moment. You know what? As a matter of fact, I think I've got some really thin gauge stuff around here. Kind of duplicate what we've got on. Here's some ply that I think is probably a lot closer to what you're working with. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
but yours is much thicker.
We'll go at it with this aggressive blade here, kind of emulate what you've got going on. So we can see that I've got a bunch of tear out. It's all ripped and splintered. It's because this is for a very coarse cut. So I know you don't have one, but I think what I'll do is I'll remove my blade and give a demonstration of one of the finer ones that I have, so you can see the value in perhaps going and purchasing some. Here's a thin, fine gauge scrolling blade.
Yeah.
Let's see how this works out.
Oh, wow.
much tighter turn,
Brilliant. Yes.
much smoother finish, almost no tear out to the back.
Is it similar to? Oh, I can't. Where's the camera to this?
Oh dear, I have to look a little closer. It's a little tough. My eyes aren't as good as they. That does look like it has a. It does look like it has finer teeth for sure. I don't know if
Yeah.
it'll make the tight curves, but you'll probably get the smoother finish.
Yeah.
If you want, give that a go. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Sure. Actually, I think I want to take the battery out when I'm messing with that.
Good plan. As you're changing blades, there's something I want you to keep in mind. Of course, the blade going through wood is friction, which means that if you just finished a cut and you go to change a blade, there is a potential to burn yourself. So be careful
Yeah.
because the blade will get hot on you.
It just pinged out.
The
Flew in
spring
the
load,
air.
yes. Ding, and it just flies out of there. Yes, it does. Sorry, depending from one machine to the next, it really depends on how hard that spring tension is. I didn't anticipate it was just going to bounce completely out like that. Heidi, good to see you. Allison, I see my honey's handmaid. What's up, Steve? How you doing, buddy?
Hi, Steve. Wait, why won't it go in?
Remember to move the spring actuator as far as it can.
Yeah. I'm trying.
And then when you're inserting the blade, remember you're overcoming that spring tension that shot the other one out of the machine. So you got to press in pretty hard.
It won't go in. Oh. Okay, it's in.
Perfect. Wiggle it so that you make sure that it's firmly seated in and it's not going to come out.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Let's give it a shot. See what you think about that blade. Remember, again, because of the finer teeth, you want to go slow, keep a steady pace. Don't overtax it. I think you'll be much more happy with the cut finish here.
Okay. Yeah, that is much better.
Now, another thing to remember, Jim, the faster you move the blade, the less bouncy it will be.
The faster. Okay.
Yes. Go to turn on the trigger elbow.
Wow.
Felt a lot better that time, didn't it?
Perfect cut, apart from that little bit there. Oh, let me do that again.
Yes, make your relief cut so you can get the material out of the way. Don't forget.
Oh, I'm just playing at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Good
I'm
deal.
just going with the lines. Yeah.
No, Heidi, to answer your question, it was last night there was somebody in the middle of the live that came and brought me a bunch of wood. And I thought that what I was about to do was going to be really quick. So I was letting everybody talk. And I dipped off because he had called and said that his truck had broke down and he was having trouble. And he was explaining it, and it seemed like it was electrical. Maybe I could go jump him off, everything. But lo and behold, it took me a couple hours. And thankfully, everybody's already used to me just going ghost on the live. So I went ahead and just stayed there, helped him out, made sure he was good. Yes, she is, Natalie. She is getting the feel of it. I think you're feeling a little more comfy with it.
Yeah, I just need the right type of wood and the right depth.
Now I'll show you the last thing that I wanted to show you. that previously you may have thought was impossible. Let me cut this curve real quick,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll go after something that you'll find a bit. You'll probably find it really fun. Right, so I cut the curve that we had drawn before, right? Next thing I'm going to show you that you're capable of doing is we are going to make this cut.
Okay.
Seems like it's almost impossible. How in the world am I going to maneuver in there, booger around, and be able to do that?
Uh-huh.
Well, that's because we're actually going to use the very tips of our teeth, almost like a sander. Let me demonstrate. We're going to use the tip of the blade's teeth to nibble off small pieces again and again.
Natalie's asking if you can move your camera so she can get a better view.
Okay, I'm gonna do my best here. Hang in there. Let me think of how I can. Wait. Have. 1 second. Like this. Maneuvering. How about this? Better?
Yeah, that's it.
Perfect. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my blade, and I'm not going to make any cuts as much as I'm just going to lightly touch it against here as I'm just removing material with the tips of the teeth. Okay. Oh, I forgot. I still have my fine tooth blade.
No.
This actually works better with one of my large coarse blades. And I just shot my blade across the room with my spring action. Now, isn't that great? All right, so I've got a very aggressive tooth set on here now.
Yeah.
I hope you can see. I'm going to do my best. So what I'm doing is actually a bit of side to side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I cut the table. I did, in fact, Martha.
Did you?
I did, just a bit.
Oh, wow.
But see what ended up happening by that slight side to side? Now I can almost use this almost as if it were a Dremel or just a very small detail remover. So I can rake my blade back and forth like so inside here. And as these teeth are going up and down, they'll shave small pieces off so that I'm just basically creating a large slot.
But that takes a lot of control, doesn't it?
Not particularly, not as much as you would think. Once you figure out how to establish yourself in relation to the cut so that you're just barely raking the tips of the teeth against the wood, and you'll feel it. It's just barely even touching. And you're basically using this almost like a file or a sander that's just taking off the smallest bits of wood and moving it out of the way. So you can see now, conceivably, how I could follow along, evacuate all of this, and actually make that dovetail joint that I want in there.
Yeah.
You want to try making a slot like that? Cut yourself a little square, something like this. Let's see if you can try that technique.
I got it. So you got it like that. Yeah.
Oh, well, now I can't. Let me get back where I can see. That'd be fine. It could be dovetail shaped or square or whatever you
like. Take the fine one off, yeah?
Yeah, I'd probably go with the coarse one because that'll work a little better.
Let me take the battery out.
And like I said, just creep the blade just the slightest bit to the wood where it's just scratching it. And then as you move back and forth, that scratching will make the slot fit.
Oh, it pinged off again. Is it going to keep doing that? Oh, let's find another
It's like an M14 from World War II. Ping! And everything's gone.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't land on my head or anything.
And this bit would be good practice for you to understand just how much your delicate touch can affect what the tool can do, and give you a lot more power of what it was up to. I mean, you've got a lot more control over it than you seem to originally think.
Go slow.
I would move the faster the blade goes, the less it jumps. So full speed ahead with the machine's RPMs, but then just barely graze it against the edge. Just barely touch it on the edge of the material.
No, it's not working.
It'll take a bit of finesse and it'll take some practice.
Have to practice.
But I definitely wanted you to see that because that's something within the wheelhouse. Once you become more accustomed to how the saw works and you get more comfy with it, you're going to love it. This thing is going to do so many things that now it's just a simple learning curve. That's all you got.
Yeah.
Man. I noticed you tearing it up though, man. You're in there full speed. You're just ripping it with the saw.
I'm feeling the power. I am feeling the power.
You are most definitely not afraid of it anymore, and that's the big thing. I love that.
Yeah. Yes, I was. Yeah, you could say
you want to
terrified.
Talk about that drill yet?
Let me get the box. Let me get the box. Nope, you two stay away.
Shoot! Good to see you, buddy. Arch Doodles is in here? Good.
Okay. And it says power tools. I can't see it. I don't need this wood now, do I? I can move.
Mike, what's up? She's changing tools up right now. We've
Hi,
got the basics of
Heidi. Hi,
we've got the
William.
basics. Yeah, we got the basics of the jigsaw down, and now we're taking on the hammer drill. This is gonna be good.
Take it on. Right. Just
Hey,
arrived.
listen, I want you to understand before we get into this, there are grown ass men that I know that are terrified of a hammer drill. Don't let it, but don't let it intimidate you because just like the jigsaw knowledge is power. We're gonna get you.
Yeah.
Hammer drills are loud. They are a hell raiser, and they definitely get the neighborhood paying attention.
It's a 21V cordless drill driver kit.
Oh, well, hell, look at there. All right. So we got a drill driver, which is cool.
Oh, I showed you
Let's
the
crack her open.
picture. It's the one
Yeah,
that
I see.
yeah.
I see the drill. Okay.
How'd you get into this thing? Oh.
Hopefully we've got the correct bit that we need, but if not, it's okay. We can talk about where it is. I don't think I have one. Damn it. I don't have a masonry bit, I don't think.
Comes with a manual. Yeah. Battery.
You have a very particular drill bit that you'll use for drilling into concrete.
Yeah, and there's all sorts of drill bits in here.
All right. I bet they just sent you some high-speed steel twist bits is what they sent you.
Quite a few in there. Let's see. You can tell me. Not just been in there. Okay, one of these. Oh, sorry, you can't see.
All right, let me. Oh, that's a nut driver, which is good. You'll be able to remove nuts and bolts with that. Those are 1/4-inch bit drivers, which are good. You'll be able to use those.
And these. Oh, sorry, can't even see.
Okay, so we've got some brad point bits. Looks like we've got some high-speed drills for metal. I don't think I see a masonry bit.
What about concrete or like brick?
The most notable, I'll try to draw it here so that you can see, and then you can inspect your drills and see if you have one. Give me a moment to find my marker.
Because it did say it was suitable for concrete and brick.
Oh, I'm sure the drill is more than capable of doing so if it has the proper bit. Now, the masonry bit is unique in that. Let me get this thing drawn out. Oh, my drawing skills are okay today. All right. Perfect. All right. So the drill that we're looking for is called a masonry bit, and it has a very unique profile. It has its twisty bits, like a normal drill.
Yeah.
But then at the end, it has a bit of a spade that's been attached to the end of it. Oh, my eyes. That's it.
That is
Look, you got one.
Yep.
Perfect.
So that's for concrete. Okay.
That will go straight into concrete. Not a problem at all.
Brilliant. And that's not a YouTube project. What?
Not a worry. You want to test the drill out? Let's see what you got.
Yeah.
You got a bit of
Again,
scrap wood.
it's not being charged. It might have some charge in it. It looks very flashy, green, sort of tealy colour.
Oh,
Oh,
it is looking
what's this?
quite fancy.
What's that?
That is an included combination driver that most drills come with. Frankly, I had one on mine, and I usually just take them off and get rid of them.
Oh, they're not.
Mine
They're useless.
had a slot for one right here. You
Oh,
can
no.
certainly use it. Absolutely.
Okay. Battery. Don't really want to be touching anything. Oh, what's this? In case I want to hang it up. Oh, sorry. Oh,
It's a little difficult to see. Can you remove it from the?
it's-
Oh, that's for contractors to be able to hook it onto their tool belt.
ah, yeah, I don't need that. Okay, so going.
That's a good one. June, do you have any tile?
No, but I can
If you
get
had a
some.
ceramic tile, then you could use that same masonry bit we were talking about. It'll drill holes in tile too.
Oh, wow. Oh, it's got a dial. Can't see
Yes.
where the
Let's
camera is. Oh,
let's come in on the drill, and we've got a whole series of items here. Usually a numeric scale. Again, it's completely arbitrary. Mine
yeah.
happens to be 1 to 10, and then
Mine
we've
goes to
got
25.
then we have a drill function here, and I think
Yeah.
yours has a hammer drill function on it as well.
It looks like a T.
Yes.
Then the screw and another one in the middle there.
Now, let me demonstrate what that's for, because that's called a clutch. And the clutch enables you to control the force that you're going to be exerting on a drill bit so that you don't overdo it. And I'll do my best to try to find me here's a good one. Okay. Let me show you what I mean here. So I have mine turned all the way down to 1, which means that the clutch will engage after only the slightest force. See, I can't drill any further because I'm pushing too hard.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as I increase the clutch,
Okay.
I can go right in just fine. And don't worry about my bench. If you can't tell, this is a working bench. It ain't a pretty bench.
Natalie's asking, is that an impact drill?
Yes, the one she has is an impact drill. This one is not. This one is not. And
And what's the difference? What's an impact drill?
this one is a specific, and that's why this one isn't an impact drill. This is a specific dedicated impact driver. And what it will do, as you can see, I've got a screw bit in there.
Mm-hmm.
How far down the rabbit hole do you want me to go to explain how this thing works?
Go for it.
Let's go. All
Let's
right.
go.
Inside this bit here on the impact portion, okay, there is the central shaft. Get my marker. And then I've got a pair of bits of metal inside swinging on pins. Very much like this. And the shape you see, that's the hammer that
Mm-hmm.
you're talking about. Okay.
Okay.
All of this is contained inside here. As it's moving along, There's a clutch that engages, and these, again, are free swinging. And there's anvils built into it here. So what this does on a very, very small scale is if I'm tightening something with a wrench, I can push it to a certain degree and then I'm kind of stuck. But I can get a bit more out of it if I'm tap on this, right? So what these are doing, these are the tappers that are tapping it a bit further so that I can run my screw with a little bit of oomph, and I've got those two hammers assisting to drive it down. And it'll sound something like this. You hear the click? That's the hammers beginning to engage. Those hammers are spinning about in there, engaging on the anvils, and just giving a little oomph to drive the screw that much easier. Now, to demonstrate, this is what it sounds like when the hammers aren't needed.
Yeah.
It just sounds like a normal drill. So that rat-a-tat-tat sound is what you're going to have to be used to for when you use the hammer drill impact portion of your drill, because it's going to give you that rat-a-tat sound.
Okay.
And that rat-a-tat is exactly what's going to facilitate your masonry bit going through the concrete that much easier without you having to exert a lot of force.
Okay. I was going to put this bit into the drill.
Yes.
So is this okay?
Talk about the drill chuck? Let's talk about the drill chuck. In the end of every drill, you will see that there are these 3 tines on a taper. And the more you turn this, the tighter it squeezes those. Also note that I've got knurling here to hold it here and knurling here so that I can turn these against one another. That's what you'll do to tighten your drill bit into the drill. Go ahead and give it a try.
Okay.
The tighter you can turn those two babies against each other, the better you're going to feel.
Yep. That's as tight as I can get it.
Perfect. All right. The good news is that these have what's called keyless chucks. It used to be back in the day you had a bit of a wrench that you would have to turn in order to torque this down as tight as it would go. But you don't need that anymore. These are really efficient.
Yeah.
All right. So we have our drill bit in. Perfect enough. Do we have any scrap that we may be able to blow some holes in?
What about that large piece that I had originally?
Perfect.
I don't know. Let's see. Oh, yes, it has got battery. Same principle? Start before hitting the wood?
No. With the drill, it's entirely different. Let's talk about being accurate with our drill and how we can facilitate making sure that our drill is going to do what we want it to do. I'm going to get another type of bit that you don't have just so that I can give you a demonstration real quick. And we'll talk about what we're going to avoid. One. Okay. This is a very particular kind of bit called a Forstner bit. Not a big deal. Don't worry about the fact that you don't have one. I'm just using this for demonstration. One of the things that I hope to show you guys is what can go wrong. Clamps to the table. No holes in the table, says Martha. Without proper guidance. You see how the drill bit's just bouncing all over the place?
Yeah.
Wobbling side to side. I've given it no anchor point to guide itself. So we're going to do that. The simplest way to do so, you can see a hole in the table in a minute, June.
I'm clamping it.
It's a rite of passage, people. You have not successfully operated enough drills until you've blown a hole in your table.
I don't want a hole in my desk.
As I demonstrate adequately. All right. The first one, the simplest, is to have my drill actually touching my piece and firmly pressed against before I begin. What that did was that let these two, this little point at the end of my drill bit register itself and gain purchase so that I have anchor. Now my drill bit won't wander about. So drive the tip of your drill into your wood, press it down a bit, and just give it a bit of a pulse.
Sort of a pilot hole, yeah.
Let's see how you do.
Oh, I've got this one on there. Should I change that?
Yes, you want to use the ones for wood or metal. It's normal twist drill bits. They look very much like this.
Yeah. Mike?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, you may also have another one that might be easier for wood. Let me get one so I can show it to you. That would be the type of drill bit called a brad bit. This makes things very easy. It looks like this.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay. This bit here, you can use to accurately place right on top of your intended hole, and it will serve as your registration point and guide the rest of the drill where it has to go.
Yeah.
Now, oh, Jim, we can't see what you're doing. Oh, my.
You can't see? It's there.
I think we should be good. Archie,
should I go slow?
Now,
should I
this
try?
will have the, let's talk about some safety things before we get going.
Okay.
Do we have our wood clamped down and fastened securely?
Yes.
Because I wanted you to see, without it, eventually this thing will just take off and start spinning.
Yeah.
And you don't want that because it hurts. Trust me, I did it on a drill press and severed the end of my finger off. It had to be reattached. It was bad.
Ooh.
I'm not trying to scare you. Sorry about that. This will never do what that big drill press did. It's nowhere near as powerful. All right. So now, pressed here. Let's start with just making a hole. Let's press in. Go in a little bit and then stop.
Yeah.
Make sure you feel good about using it.
Okay.
Because you'll see as you're going, because this is turning this way, the drill will attempt to not want to do that, and it will try to turn the other way. So you'll have to hold it and position it so that you can keep it in place.
Damn, I drilled my first hole.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Okay, that's as far as I'm going to go because I don't want it hitting my desk. I'm sure there's a... You can go further. Okay. Okay.
And off she goes, going to town. Now, let me show you another trick. You know how you had your drill bit in here and then you had to do this rocking number to get it out?
Yes.
I'm going to drill another hole. Now I've stopped. I'm firmly stuck. Well, that was stupid. But what I can do instead of the wiggle is just bump the trigger. And it'll come right out.
Yep. Okay.
The reverse is usually good. It does, and this one does have a reverse, but I only use it for these bits in particular because when you look at the tip, we have that brad point that guides us, right? But we also have these two flutes on the side. Those are actually cutting knives. So if you want a very clean finish, you don't want any tear out on the edges of your hole. See that we got a bit of chip out on this one? Looks a bit gnarly.
Yeah.
If I begin by running it in reverse, the cutting edges are severing the fibers around the hole. So that now I can change it to forward and finish drilling my hole.
Is this a reverse button?
Much cleaner. You'll find down here, there's a slide usually that moves left to right. There's a corresponding one on the other side.
Yeah. Yes. That's it.
You'll also usually see a designation where it will give you a directional arrow so that you know forward or reverse. Sometimes it's actually on the button itself.
Yes, it is.
Look at you using a drill.
Look at me.
You got a jigsaw down. You got a drill down. Hold on. Now we're going to talk about how to drill good.
Oh, okay.
I mean, God, I could blow holes all day long, but what do you see wrong with this? It's not very square. I mean, I'm drilling something at an angle, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes we need to be very precise with ensuring that we want that hole straight up and down, right? So let me get you a little trick to show you just how to do that. I don't use this trick anymore because I've had a drill in my hand for so long that it's intuitive to me. But I did this when I first don't feel like any kind of way about it. I'm just a bit of a crutch when you first go. There's some blocks. What happens when I clean all the scrap out of the shop? Now I have no scrap to do anything for demonstration.
Thank you, Martha. I feel the confidence.
Watch your ears. Then make a little cut here on the miter saw. Right. So I just took a bit of 2x4 here and got myself a couple of corresponding blocks that I knew were square cut. Follow along. I know this seems odd at the moment, but I'm going to take this and I'm going to position them like so. Now what that's done is it's created a V notch right here, right? And in doing so, I can now place my bit there, press right up against.
Clever. Perfectly straight.
And know that I'm going down square and straight.
Yeah.
Once I've started, I can move those and continue my hole. Now, let's see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just how true I was able to get. So that's a very good tip. I try to find a couple of blocks that you can use square, and that will let you drill your square holes when you don't have a drill press.
Okay.
I don't know why I felt the need to tell you that right away, but it's something that I think is going to come in handy way faster than you. All right, hammer drill time. Oh boy. So remember mine has this clutch that I can adjust for torque.
Yeah.
Farthest I can go is the actual drill because I don't have a hammer drill function, but you can move yours to the icon of the hammer.
Of the hammer.
Yes, which it should be a simple twist.
And it goes to the middle, does it? I mean, oh, I see,
Right,
I
to
see,
the
I see, I see, I see. Yeah, got it. I see the arrow.
now I wonder if we can demonstrate, do you have a wood screw anywhere in the place?
No.
Or any type of screw rather.
I'll have to go hunting.
That's fine. That's fine. What you're looking for is
Oh.
what I'm hoping to do is to be able to get you to mimic this so that you feel comfortable with what it's doing and feel what it's up to. Let me do it without a screw. You can actually do it just using the drill bit. If you exert incredibly hard on drilling into the wood, you'll actually find that the hammers engage and they start helping to propel the drill bit through as well.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Press super hard down on it.
Hmm? I don't want to go through my desk.
That is true. You don't want to go through the desk. Do you have another piece of scrap you can put underneath it?
But then I won't be able to clamp it down.
Oh, that's okay. How do I demonstrate this? How do I do it? How do I do it?
Oh, I had it on reverse.
You didn't go in the desk, did you?
No. I did that.
Well, the good news is that you knew how to move this, and now you know how to move this slide indicator so you can get to the hammer
Yes.
function.
Uh-huh.
And you can definitely use that masonry bit, blow a hole right through the concrete. Now you'll have to give it the beans, okay? You'll have to really get after it. But
Okay.
once you do, the hammers will engage and make everything a whole lot easier. You'll have that hole blown out of there in seconds.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Have...
Look
Oh,
at
no
you.
button.
Power tool
Look at
lady. We got a jigsaw going on. We got a freaking drill going on. Next thing you know, you're in there with a table saw going to yam, just going nuts. It's gonna be incredible.
I don't know about that. Oh,
Martha says, June, what you gonna build? You have so much you can build now.
Yeah, I've got to get my thinking cap on.
See, this is the point where she's gonna end up like so many of us, and she's gonna be, and when she's driving out in the roads and she sees something, well, I'm gonna try to use the UK term, so forgive me. You're gonna see something out by the skip, and you're gonna be like,
I'm already scanning. Every
that's
time
coming
I go
on.
out, I'm scanning.
And now it's going to be even worse because now you realize that you have the tools and you've got the skills to dismantle those things and turn them into something else.
Something else, yeah.
I love it. I absolutely
lovely. Thank you. Hold on a minute. Let me see. I can. Bear with me. Oh, my cursor's froze. Oh, there we go. Come on.
Yep. You people that follow June, you guys better get ready. Get your jigsaws, get your drills, get ready to start hoarding lumber. Because
It's not even plugged in.
That's what we do.
Oops.
I hear June, but I don't see.
Yeah.
You need a trailer for your scooter, says Allison.
I need a what for my scooter?
A trailer.
Ah, yeah. I've got. Sorry, my laptop's really.
You're fine. It's only going to be a matter of time, and I can't wait, June. It's going to be phenomenal.
Okay, here I am. There I am. Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you, Mike.
Of course.
For joining me today. I think we are. And to be honest, I'm in a bit of pain.
We're not ready to learn the welder next. I thought we.
Let's leave that till next week.
June, it has been a treat. Thank you for the.
Thank you. I've enjoyed it. I feel more confident.
Perfect. Yeah. That is exactly the goal.
Yeah.
Thanks again. Take care, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
I'll leave you to it.
Take care. Have a nice weekend. Thanks, Mike.
You too.
Bye. It won't let me end stream.